Well, this week's Golden Globe was focused heavily on female celebrities, activists, black wardrobes, and the Time's Up movement. But what about racial equality?
Yeah, Ben. We're now joined by Tyrone Edwards for his take on that and more. Good morning.
Good morning, boys.
Yeah, we haven't seen you in a little while. Happy 2018, by the way.
Happy New Year to you both.
So let's get right to the Golden Globes, and we'll talk about Sterling K. Brown. He plays Randall in the hit series This Is Us. And his speech at the Golden Globes, you really feel it touched on something you've talked about before, which is racial inequality in Hollywood.
Yes. So my whole thing is that art is supposed to mimic life. We talked about this before, and when we look at the big screen, I think Hollywood hasn't done a good job. What he talked about, he sent a big shout out to Dan, who was the creator of This Is Us, saying, hey, thank you for writing this role for a black man, because now that it's meant for me, it's hard to dismiss me or anyone that looks like me. And it's just a beautiful start. You know, he says the role was written specifically for a black man, so I'm being seen for who I am and I'm being appreciated for who I am. And it makes it that much more difficult to dismiss me or dismiss anyone who looks like me.
Wow.
And it's just something about it being created in that way. And look, everybody loves This Is Us.
Yeah.
So
it's such a diverse cast.
And it's a universal concept. So while he was talking about a role written for a black man, that could have just as easily been said about a trans person or a person of Indian descent.
100%.
And so it's a very universally acceptable thing to say.
For me, my take on it is this is exactly what I want. I want an approach that is universal. It cannot be a black and white thing. You're not breaking any cycles like that. It's got to be something that includes all of us. Our issues are all of our issues, and that's what it comes down to.
That's also why people.
So that's why I was excited.
Yeah.
And another interesting sidebar to that is I really like the fact that it was, you know, Dan Fogelman is a white guy who wrote this role for a black man. So we're living in a world where those voices can come from other places. You don't have to be a white man writing for a white person, a white character. A black character has to come from a black writer, and so on. But there are these, you know, there is. The creativity is creativity.
Creativity is creativity, and this is what I've been waiting for. Like, this conversation is what I've been waiting for. We went from Oscar so white to Oscar kind of so black. And then now, you know, now we're getting to a point where we're talking about everything. We're talking about, you know, wages. We're talking about abuse and women having the support finally to come out. So we're talking about everything. Let's all heal.
Let's talk food.
Let's talk
food. Drake is no stranger to the restaurant game.
Yes.
And he's opened up a new place called Pick Six.
Yes.
Nobody knows anything about this place, but you were at the party.
Yes, nobody knows anything about this place. So I went to go find out. So the doors aren't open to the public quite yet, but on the 2 nights ago, LeBron James decided to throw
we should say it's in Toronto.
In Toronto, right downtown Toronto. Pick Six, that's the play there. LeBron James decides to throw a birthday party for Dwayne Wade. Of course, Drake is there with all his friends.
Wow.
And yeah, so I mean, the gates are open, and these guys have got some heavy hitters in there. And then
real quick, if I go there for dinner, what kind of food am I gonna have?
Well, you're gonna get anything from sushi to steaks. You're gonna get basically the flavors of the world. So what's happening here is, as you see, PK Subban was there last night.
Chef Antonio Park, one of the greatest chefs in the country.
Yeah, that's what I'm just gonna get to, because the whole point is that Drake and Chubbs have been traveling the world for the last 9, almost 10 years, and they've had the best of the best in terms of cuisine. So who can put that together for them? Antonio Park. Antonio Park is an amazing chef. I had the opportunity to taste some of his food last night, and I was just like, now I know why Drake and Chubbs wanted this guy to be able to, you know, really take the lead and make this restaurant a success. And it's already attracting all the big names. I mean, I'm like, where did PK come from all out of here? So there we go.
It's one of those places not just to eat, but also to be seen. Right, Ben?
Yeah, we got to go. Thank you so much, my friend.